GFAI. I'd like to see it close over $21.08.
CDLX, GFAI.
A few alerts coming across the scanner here. Low volume.
CDLX.
CDLX is ticking to resistance. Resistance is 415. Has not closed over 406 or 415 yet. Doing so here in low volume. I won't be able to take this trade because of that lower volume, but CDLX just closed over 406 and 415. Needs to hold those levels as support. Close back below is bearish. No position for myself at this time. Going to have to let it go without me until it gets a little bit more volume. Right now, it's set up as a risk it for the biscuit, but the gaps are not wide enough for me to take those type of trades. I'll pull the chart over to the screen real quick so everyone can see what I'm talking about. So CDLX, yes, it popped up. Yes, it closed over resistance, and yeah, that would look like a confirmation, right? But it's lacking in volume. It only had 11,000 shares on that candle. So it is lacking in volume and the required volume to take the trade. So therefore, I won't take this trade, but if I were to take this trade, it would have to be a greatly reduced size, tighten up my stop loss. I would not wait for a candle to close under that 406 to bail. So maybe around $4 is where I'd feel comfortable. It's going to have to hold that 406 level. Target would then be 415. So if I got filled around 406, there's the target, 415, it just hit. And now we're looking for it to continue up to that 437 level. That would be where the target is. So let me go ahead and set an alert for that target.
CDLX.
You can hear CDLX on the scanner, so it's getting a little bit of price action pop here. You can see 16,000 shares on CDLX. So yes, it's grinding here. Yes, it's giving a nice 1 minute confirmation scalp on that 406, but no, it's not high quality. So for me, just going to sit out for now. But if I had a cushion, could always take that as a risk it for the biscuit. So if you guys are in, again, it's a risk it for the biscuit setup due to that low volume. Target would be 437. 437 is the resistance level just above. It hit 440 earlier and filled the gap already. So that's one of my concerns. Has to close over 437 and 440 to continue. I'm watching for a possible close over 462, although the gap is not that attractive. So if you guys are in right now, again, low volume, risk it for the biscuit setup. It is not a high quality alert or high quality setup here. And again, the reason for that, low volume. So for me, number one rule is no volume, no trade. And if I do take a trade, I have to greatly reduce my size. But no position for myself this time. We've got about 40 seconds left on this ticker CDLX to see what it does. As we can see, it's just grinding right back down. It's at 396 here. It's got 30 seconds left on the candle. But this is why I avoid those type of moves, guys. And, you know, I could miss out on a, a little low volume pop, but I'm okay with that because those low volume pops have not been, for me, have not been consistently profitable. So the profits for me and my statistics have shown that it has to do with volume. So again, my number one rule is no volume, no trade. You can see this candle's closing under the 406 level here in about 5 seconds. You can see the countdown there. Closing here at 398. So if I were in that trade, that's where I would bail. And I would look for it to close back over that level to then look at it as bullish. But again, if it doesn't have the volume requirements, then I'm going to be a little bit hesitant to take the trade like I was just now. So no trade on CDLX. Yes, I could have got a 1 minute scalp. So if you got in here, bought the dip, sold into target, hit new highs, right? So it makes sense. It's a small move, but I wouldn't be able to buy enough shares for it to be lucrative. It's only a 4% gap anyway. So CDLX is climbing back down or falling back down. Excuse me, not climbing. Wish it would be climbing up. Needs to get over that 437, 450 organic or mental level of 450. Then close over 450 and continue to the 462 major resistance. I'm watching for a close over that 462, and I have alerts set there, and that's where I'll start possibly watching for a trade. SECO is still holding up. Needs to get over that 98 cents. It's a cheapo. Little cheapo moving this morning. It does have some volume, a little bit more volume than these others that I'm looking at, but still not a lot of volume for a cheapo like that. It still has pretty low volume, but it's picking up. 55,000 shares on the last candle. It's testing highs now. That's SECO. So if you guys are watching that little cheapo there, I've got levels on it, but again, I'm not going to trade it. I don't love these cheapos. But if you guys want to see, I'll pull over the chart onto the screen. I'll zoom in here, and you can see that these candles are color coded, basically, right? So this is a specific volume indicator that my son and myself built specific to our strategy here. That's the BB Volume Hunter. So that's a specific indicator. The white candles are showing that there's a lot of volume there, and that's kind of what I want to see. We can see it just popped up there. There's SECO going all the way up and filling that gap up to the 109, 108 level. So now close over 109 is what you want to see. To continue this trend, needs to close over that 109 level. At this point, needs to hold 98 cents. Close below 98 cents is bearish. You can see that there's a bullish vertical trend being posted. See that little indicator there? And that's the BB bullish vertical trend spotter. So again, I've got a couple indicators that are built specific to our strategy here. This was the resistance. This is the first close over. It now needs to hold 98 cents. Target would be $1 and $1.09. $1 being the mental level, which is down here. So again, SECO needs to hold 98 cents. A lot of traders would think it needs to hold $1, but the predetermined level that it broke was 98 cents. So that's the level it needs to hold. Close below 98 cents is bearish. And keep in mind, it already filled this gap above. So because it already filled the gap above, in order for it to really be bullish in a continuation, I think I'm talking over someone here. In order for this to be bullish and get that continuation, it now has to close over that 109 level. And the reason for it is it's already filled the gap. So if I got in here, it would be a little bit more risky because they already filled the gap, right? So close over $1.09 is worth watching for a possible move to $1.28, which is a really nice gap. If you measure that gap out, just like we did before, 17% on that gap. So yes, I love the gap. I just don't like the other conditions leading up into it. I don't like these major reds. These pink candles are major reds. That's the BB major red spotter that you see right here. So these are the indicators that we built for our specific strategy. And it needs to close over that 109, hold that level, and then get up to that 128. And again, it is a nice gap, but again, I don't want that to overshadow my strategy.
SECO
testing that 109 now. SECO is testing 109. You can see it's a white candle showing that it has a lot of volume on SECO, right?
SECO
hitting new highs now, $1.10.
Needs to close over this level. Has not done so yet. 5 seconds left on this candle. That's confirmation right there, guys. That's what we look for. We look for this to close over. It did not, so this is holding still as resistance. Close above that level, needs to then hold that level. So if it wicks up, that's fine, but that could be a false breakout. Yeah, I see that, Natty. GFAI. How about that? Well, luckily we've got that level. We've got the resistance right there at 2108. And again, never closed over that level. So luckily, it never even gave us the look that we're hoping for, but it could very well do so later. But this is, it's got multiple major reds now on that chart. So definitely something to consider. SECO, a little cheapo here watching this one until we get something a little bit higher quality. It's 7:55 a.m. Eastern time. So we might get something at 8 a.m. SECO is getting a lot of volume here, 100,000 shares in this candle. Last candle had 208,000 shares. So what this is telling us is there's liquidity here, and you can see that on the scanners. That's on our bullish momentum watch cheapo list right here, SECO. It's the only stock on this list. You can see from 80 cents up, it's the only stock on that list. So if you're looking for opportunities in the cheapo land, well, SECO is the only opportunity so far this morning. So it makes it really easy to focus in on the quality alerts rather than a bunch of BS. So again, SECO has to close over 109. I will not be taking that trade most likely. I'll probably let that go without me. It's a little too cheap for me with that major red spotted before.
CDLX.
So the conditions leading up into this trade is basically telling me that I'm not sure I want to take that type of setup. Again, could be a risk it for the biscuit setup. A little lotto scalp here. Hold yourself a lotto. Get yourself a mental stop somewhere in this area. But for me, if it closes back below, that's it. Just bail. We can see a yellow candle is lower volume. So what that's telling us is that the volume is tapering down a little bit and tapering off, which is okay. A little breather after that type of move is absolutely fine and understandable. We still want to see it check itself and then close back over 109. Now, because it's 109, let's just round up to the penny because it's a cheapo, right? So 110. So close over $1.10 is what we want to see. So if we see a close at 110, 111, then it's worth watching for a possible move up to 128. But again, it's a cheapo and it will not be high quality. So therefore, I'll probably just let that one go without me. That's on ticker SECO.
FEAM 5E Advanced Materials and
SECO
Filing
needs to close over that
says
109.
has
Has not done so. You can
sufficient
see yellow candles letting me
mineral
know that the
resource to fully
volume is tapering
execute on
out.
its long-term
So
business
if we
plan
see
of
green
producing
candles,
boric acid
very
and
low
lithium
volume.
carbonate,
Red candles, very low
elected
volume.
not to renew
Yellow,
its mineral lease with Element Specialties
mute Charlie
in
here for a
Middle
minute. We see yellow candles. We're starting to pick up in volume a little bit compared to the red and green candles. But if we see the white candles, that's the breakout type of candles. That's what we want to see, especially on a cheapo. I'd like to see those consistent white candles, letting me know that there's a lot of volume rolling into this name. That's ticker SECO. We can see it's tapering down. And again, if you don't have these levels on your chart, I feel that you are at a disadvantage. So earlier we had this level here, 88 cents. You can see this was the first close over, but it had a bullish vertical trend. So a little breather would make sense. Well, it held that level, and sure enough, within a few minutes, it hit target, right? So now we want to see a close over that level. Major red, came back down, closed back below, glided up. Oh, first close over and hit target within 2 minutes, right? So now we have to hold that 98 cent level. And you can see this candle right here, the low of that candle was 98 cents. So that's the level that I was mentioning a minute ago, needs to hold. Now, I wouldn't take this trade because, again, the gap already filled. I look for a confirmation over this predetermined level. But if I was looking for an early entry, I would take that trade with a stop somewhere mental under here. But keep in mind, this will not be a plus due to the price and those major reds. This is a negative 8.5% candle. We've got a few over here as well, negative 5% candle, negative 5.5% candle, and a negative 5.5% candle there as well. So a few things to consider. If anyone took a quick scalp off of that level, as I mentioned, $1 was not the level that needed to hold. It was 98 cents. Well, 98 cents just held a dollar target hit. And if you're in, you could get scaling out of your profit. Hold yourself a little lotto in case you feel there's going to be continuation. And that's all she wrote for that little cheapo.
CRVS, BFRG, CDLX, CFRG, SECO.
So that candle, you have to dismiss those candles. If you're having trouble keeping up with the charts at 8 a.m., new highs on low volume.
Interesting.
Take a look at the level 1. Heads up, team. We've got an A-plus candidate. Whoa, we got an A-plus candidate. What's that? These are late prints coming in from 8 a.m.
Poly. SECO. Mark.
Oscar Michael Charlie, OMC.
Get Charlie back on here.
CRBU,
no position for myself at this time.
Biosciences,
Watching for alerts to come through to let us know where the value is.
announcing FDA granted fast track designation to CB011 for relapse to refractory multiple myeloma.
NOGN.
That's
GR.
GR. Let's take a look at GR.
Charlie Romeo Bravo uniform.
SPRO.
DMYD, Diamond Medical Partners
BFRG,
with JDR to
BFRG.
Diagnose 3 phase 3 trial in
Pulling up
type 1
BFRG real quick.
diabetes.
BFRG, BFRG,
Marking BFRG, getting a low volume pop here on BFRG.
BFRG,
Marking levels of interest.
BFRG.
Looks like we have
Major
heads up,
red
team. We've
flags.
got an
BFRG.
A-plus candidate.
bullish vertical trend on BFRG. Bullish vertical trend.
BFRG.
That's our major red spotter, letting us know there's a
CODI
bullish
Compass
vertical trend
diversified back
on
from Ruchi Sports,
BFRG.
announcing acquisition of Bound Bat. Charlie Oscar Delta India.
I've got levels coming out on BFRG, guys. It needs to get over 583. Mentioned this yesterday as well. It needs to get over $5.83. Ticker SPY,
BFRG,
new lows.
BFRG AI announcing exclusive worldwide licensing agreement
That
with
might be
Johns
late prints on
Hopkins
SPY, guys.
Physics Lab for patented AI
double check.
technology. That's Bravo Foxtrot Romeo Golf.
BFRG.
Hey, good morning.
HRG,
Major red flag
higher
spotted.
requirements
Good morning. Hope you guys are feeling good today.
That's Hotel Romeo.
We've got a couple movers here, but nothing setting up high quality just yet. Not in my opinion, anyways. I've got BFRG marked up and in chat. I got to see this get over the cluster of resistance. It's got to go over the 583 as well as the $6 mark. So $6 being mental. So I'll pull my chart over so everyone can see. This is in chat from yesterday. These are no new levels, guys. I don't think there was any new levels here that I added.
CDLX,
But again,
GFAI.
cluster of resistance here. I want to see that cluster of resistance blow out. So let me mark it. So this right here, what do I call this? I call this a
NOGN.
cluster of resistance. Where is it? It would help if I had it. Anyway, this red box area is a cluster of resistance. Multiple levels of resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And of course, we have the mental levels
Seco.
as well. 550 is the mental level, then
BFRG.
6. So until it gets over $6, I'm a little concerned with this one. Could get an early entry, close over one of these levels to then hold as support, but too little of volume for me to be throwing the kitchen sink at it.
BFRG.
I'm gonna hold out for now.
BFRG. BFRG.
Major red flag spot that we hit on BFRG. So it's a target hit for anyone who is in that trade.
BFRG.
I'm not in this one. I'm letting it go without me for now.
BFRG. 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 BFRG.
BFRG hitting multiple targets here. You can see volume is ticking up, 63,000 shares. Heads up, team. We've got an A-plus candidate.
BFRG. BFRG. BFRG.
That's the acronym of
583 is the key level. See it over that level. Seeing a looks like a bullish vertical trend. Measure that move. Bullish
BFRG.
vertical trend. Yes, it is. So guys, this is a, and you can see it right there. Bullish vertical trend.
BFRG. BFRG.
But a little breather here would make sense.
With Johns Hopkins
We could see BFRG all over the scanners.
for AI technology.
Needs to close over
that's called
583. I'm going to pull this
Romeo
off the chart now, or off the screen now, in case I take a trade on it. I get everything set, waiting for it to close over that predetermined level. Well, keep in mind it will not be a plus due to the bullish vertical trend. I may have to let it cool off, but these are all-time highs. If it starts getting over that that level on BFRG, that 583, we're looking at all-time highs. So it will be half and whole dollar levels for resistance above that.
And reverse stock split.
So half and whole, just hit that 583 level, which is a major resistance. 586 is the high. We're looking for a close over 583 to then hold that level as support. Close below is bearish. No position for myself this time. I may have to sit this one out. It's not going to be an A+ setup just yet. And the reason for it is because of that bullish vertical trend. Now, I could take the trade, reduce my size, tighten up my stop loss. Red flag spotted.
BFRG. BFRG.
There it goes. Closed over the 583. New highs on low volume. High is $6. Needs to stay above 583. I'm going to let it go without me for now, guys. A little breather here would make sense. Although, again, this is all-time high. So this is a risk it for the biscuit setup here. Risk it for the biscuit.
BFRG.
610 new highs.
BFRG.
BFRG new high is $6.10 off of our 583 close above. So first close over the 583, hit new high 610.
Bravo India Victor.
Looking for this to hold that 583 and continue its way up. I'd like to see a breather here at this point. No position for myself at this time.
ADXN.
621 new highs on BFRG. Nice moves here. 621. If anyone's taking this risk for the biscuit setup, it's working out. 583 must hold as support. 621 is new highs. $6. Major red flag spotted.
CDLX.
That's BFRG and the major red flag spotted, showing a bullish vertical trend. No position for myself this time. Going to send this in chat. Needs to hold that 583 level and $6. Close below is bearish. No position for myself at this time. Beautiful move, though, guys. This is the first close over that predetermined level. That's that yellow candle right there. Then tested that level. You can see it there and made new highs. So offered the entry at the 583. Target would be 6 because that's the mental whole dollar test. Hit $6. 622 new highs. So that's a 1 minute confirmation scalp if you're taking it. Risk it for the biscuit. You can always hold a lotto in case you feel there's going to be continuation on this trade. Again, this is a nice one to hold a lotto on simply for the fact that it's all-time high. So it could get pretty crazy here. It's got to go half and whole dollar levels from here. So 650 would be target, then 7, then 7, then 750, and then $8. So you guys get the idea. Closing here, closed under $6, needs to hold 583. Close below 583 is bearish. Close back over 6, needs to hold that level $6 as a whole dollar level and hit target 650. We have not hit 650 yet. Target was 6, and we have hit that level and now close back below. 583 is the support level, needs to hold. Close below is bearish. Close above 6 is worth watching for a possible move to 650. That's on BFRG. No position for myself at this time. Had a bullish vertical trend that closed over resistance, so I had to sit on my hands there, be a little on the reserve side. But if anyone's in this one, major red flag spotted. That's BFRG showing a bullish vertical trend.
BFRG
Needs to hold that 583. Close over 6 is what we want to see to maintain bullish here. Close over $6. It's at 595. Closing here in 5 seconds.
EDMO, Avid Biosciences, unveils completed.
Close there at $6. Needs to hold over 6. Has not closed back over 6 yet.
Providing significantly increased capacity for existing and future customers. Says has potential to generate about an additional $100 million in annual
BFRG
revenue.
needs to hold 583. Close below 583 is bearish. That's on BFRG. Nice moves here, guys.
BFRG
Testing those highs again on BFRG. Holding that 583 has not closed below this yet.
BFRG, BFRG, CDLX.
Major red flag spotted.
BFRG.
BFRG closing here in 15 seconds.
BFRG. GFAI, ADXN. NOGN.
Closing here in 5 seconds. Watching BFRG.
BFRG.
I'm in BFRG here.
BFRG.
In BFRG. There we go.
BFRG.
Taking profit, guys. I'm going to take profit.
BFRG. BFRG.
Up 3%. Out 50%. There we go. Up 5%. Out 75%.
BFRG. BFRG.
Out 90%, guys. That's at that 650 $half mark. So that's a target hit. I'm out 90%.
BFRG.
Still holding small size on BFRG. This is a lotto at this point. Going to hold this lottery pick here, and it's got to hold that $6 mark. That's where I got in. So closed over major red flag spotted. Green on this trade. Already taking profit. If you guys are green, don't be afraid to shake down, take profit. 650 is the target. 646 has hit. 4 cents shy of our target. I do consider that a target hit. I'm out 90%. That's on BFRG. You guys will see. I'll pull the chart back over. You guys can see clear as day. Closed over that predetermined level and is now making new highs. So if you guys are in, 650 would be the target. 646 hit. That's 4 cents shy of the target. I've taken my profit into that target margin or mark. Very proud to say profit protection mode is on. Love it, guys. 646 is now the high of day. Needs to close over 650 to maintain bullish. 650 being the $half mental level. Close over 650. Want to see 650 hold as support and then hit $7 as a target. Close back below that 650 will be bearish.
CDLX.
Has not closed over 650 yet. That is a target hit. Closed over 6. $half move to 646. I'm out 90% holding a small lotto at this point. If you guys are green, don't be afraid to shave down, take profit. Major red flag spotted. That's on BFRG showing a bullish vertical trend. Not a bad idea to lock in some of those profits if you guys are green. Testing that high again, 646. Pulling the chart over again so everyone can see this is a bullish vertical trend. You can see that mark right there, bullish vertical trend, letting us know it's testing a resistance with a bullish vertical trend. Good idea to lock in some of those profits and these all-time highs and half and whole dollar levels. Very important. Now, I took the close over $6. I'm very happy to say that I am profit protection mode, and I will be locking those profits. There's our 650 target hit on the head. 650 is the new high on BFRG. I'm up 5% on my trade, now 6%. Now 7%. 660, 675. There we go, guys. Beautiful move. 9% trade here. 9% on this one. You guys agree? Don't be afraid to shave down, take profit. Holding a lotto. Looking for continuation. Major red flag spotted. Major red flag spotted. Closed over the 583. Guess what level held? 583. Came back down, closed under 6, closed back above 6, and we hit target 650. Now we're looking for 650 to hold, which is right around here. Needs to hold that level and then get up to $7. But this is a bullish vertical trend at a $0.50 mental level, so I will not be trading that. I'll let that go without me. I'm already in right now. Risk it for the biscuit. Got myself a nice 9% trade here on BFRG. If you guys are in with me, I'm up 9% at current prices. Don't be afraid to lock in some of that profit.
AIXI.
Great job, guys. Great job. Major red flag spotted. Major red flag spotted. Major red flag spotted. Showing a major red flag, which is what?
Seco.
It's our major red candle. That's that pink candle. And why is it showing that? Well, it's because it had that bullish vertical trend. So this is our breather. At this point, I could take the rest of the profit, just lock it in. I think I'm going to hold out for now. I'm in at 6, so I'll hold the lotto. I've already shaved out 90%, protected myself on the trade, locked in profits, and that's what I love to do. Now I just hold that lotto with very minimal risk at this point. If it stops out flat, or if I have to stop out mental stop flat, I'm okay with that. Even if I take a small loss, I'm okay with that as well. What I'm looking for is continuation, as this is half and whole dollar levels. So at my entry, we've got to hold $6. If it closes under 6, I will bail on the trade.
CDLX.
So close under $6, I will bail on my lotto. Until then, I'm just going to hold that lottery and try to look for $7, $7.50, $8, and look for continuation here. Major red flag spotted. So you guys have that. So bullish vertical trend, got a retrace there at 675. Makes perfect sense, right? Lock in the profits, get in, get green, get out, or new highs on low volume. It is 8:15 a.m. Need to text my wife. Good morning.
To commence its phase
if you guys haven't yet, make sure you text your wife, your mom, dad, sister, brother, whoever. Text somebody, tell them good morning.
Charlie.
Guys, very proud to say this is profit protection for me.
CGRN Capital
BFRG
Energy secures order for 600 kilowatts state-of-the-art
BFRG
biogas to combined heat and power
BFRG
project. That's Charlie Golf Romeo November, CGRN.
Appreciate it, Bo.
CDLX and
Still in
OGN.
BFRG, I'm up 5% on the lotto right now. Still up 5%. At one point, I was up 9% on the lotto. If you guys are green, don't be afraid to lock it in. Major red flag BFRG. Looking for a close back over 650 to maintain bullish here.
FRC,
be ideal.
BFRG.
Citing Ortex said First Republic Bank short sellers reaped $848 million in gains last month.
Beautiful move on BFRG, guys.
The most profitable short trade last month.
Pulling the chart over to the screen again if you guys want to see that in the example. I mentioned as soon as this started hitting the scanners that I need to get it over that 583. I did not take this first trade because of that bullish vertical trend you guys can see right there. So I was being a little reserved on my first order. I waited for the close back over $6 to maintain bullish. And sure enough, it closed over 6, hit target within a minute or two later. 650 was the target. I shaved out, took my profit, took my my risk out of the trade, and I am holding a small lotto at this point, looking for continuation, but I'd like to see it close back over 650 and hold that level as support. If it can close over 650, I'm looking at $7 for the next resistance, then a close over 7 to maintain bullish from there. Now, if we close above 650 and then we continue up to 7 and we close over 7, then I will move my stop up to 650. So I'm in around 6 right now, so that's where I have my stop. So if we close over 650, $7, I'll move my stop up to 650. So if we start to come back down, I will ensure profits even on my lotto. I'm okay with taking a flat trade or a loss on my lotto as a major red flag profits, and I'm looking for it to continue here. So this is looking for icing on the cake.
BFRG.
BFRG does have news. It's in chat. Shared that this morning. Half and whole dollar levels from here, very important. We can see that 583 level was no joke. Closed over right there. First candle that closed over. And let me turn off these candles so you guys can see. So first candle to close over right there now needs to hold that level of support. Well, guess what? You can see that it did hold that level of support, and it gave that tight entry at the 583. I waited for a close back over 6. So you can see this candle here closed at 620. This candle closed at 595. So right here, I started watching. Closed here at $6. Did not take that trade yet. Closed over 6, and we got ourselves a nice trade. So $6 up to 650 and the high 675. So that's a nice move, guys. And you can see it was within minutes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. Less than 4 minutes we were in that trade, and it hit highs. So you're getting that type of move in less than 4 minutes, a 10% trade in 4 minutes, guys.
BFRG.
That's, in my opinion, that's what we look for. That's beautiful. So profit protection mode is on, which means, yes, I can take trades. I can still take trades, but I'll use my profits as a cushion to take my trades throughout the day if I decide to trade anymore. But I could just lock in those profits, look at it as a green day, and shut it down. And that is major red flag spot. And I'm okay with that because I'm very strict and very disciplined to my strategy. So at this point, I'm not really bullish on BFRG until it closes back over 650. So no. I'm just holding the lotto for now. But right now it is not bullish until it closes back over 650. So I'm not bullish on BFRG until it closes over the mental level 650 and then, of course, $7. So I could lock in the profits, the remaining lotto here, but I'll just hold out. And again, I'm okay with taking a flat trade or even a small loss on the lotto as I've already locked in the profits today. So if you guys are green, comfortable profit, we're still up now 3.5% on this trade. Feel free to lock in those profits, and you can feel a whole lot more comfortable afterwards, that's for sure. Now, I don't beat myself up about trades I did not take, and I don't beat myself up about trades or stocks that go flying up without me. I focus in on the trades I do take, and that's what's important. So holding a small lotto at this point. Still up on the trade, could take the profit, but I'm just holding. And it may not continue from here, but if I'm going to give it a chance, it's got to close back over 650. Holding on BFRG, testing 650 again, doing it on low volume here. I'm seeing only 20,000 shares test that $0.50 level. I'd like to see major red flag
BFRG.
So we're getting there. BFRG testing highs now. Back up to 7% on the lotto. If you guys are green, don't be afraid to shave down and take profit. It's holding that level very nicely. That's BFRG.
BFRG. Seco.
Hearing Seco, SECO back on the scanners. That's that cheapo from this morning. The only stock on our cheapo bullish momentum watch. And guys, if you have a chance, take a look at those scanners. Take a look at the high of day plus volume and take a look at our bullish momentum watch. Do you see any other noisemakers
BFRG,
there? No, we're focused. BFRG closing here over 650. Just closed over 650. Needs to hold that level. $7 would be a target. $7 would be target. There's 675 new highs. New highs on BFRG being tested here. On BFRG, that's the back over 650. Look at that. It's like clockwork. I'll pull it over again. Guys, I'm up over 10% on this trade. If you guys are green, don't be afraid to shave down, take profit. I'm up over 10 major red flag on this lotto. Look at that move. Look at that move, guys. Look at that. It is absolutely beautiful. You can see there's a lot of volume coming in. $7 would be target. Has to hold that 650 level. Close back under 650 is bearish. This was the first close over. I'll go ahead and put a box on it. Look at that.
Seco.
Look at that level, guys. It's perfect. It is perfect. And I love seeing it, guys. Day trading doesn't have to be hard. If you know exactly what you're doing, it does not have to be
BFRG.
hard. But of course, it's hard to get to this point, to be honest with you guys. It took a long time to get to this point. But BFRG closed over a predetermined level, held that level of support, did not close below, and now we're hitting new highs. Has to hold that 650 level. Close below 650 is bearish. Closed just now at 677. It's testing the 650 level. $7 would be a target. 685 is the high so far. This is a mental level. This is not a major weighted level. You don't see a line on my chart, and the reason for that is because there's no resistance up here. There's no bags. So that means it's all-time highs, which is great, but what it also means is it's half and whole dollar levels. So it needs to hold that 650 level. Close below is bearish. So if I had a line on my chart, it would be somewhere in here, 650, right? So it needs to hold that level right there, 650. Just holding right now. Major red flag spotted. Hey, good morning, Happy. It's really good to see you. Yes, the scanners are working, Biggers. They are working. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everyone's feeling good. Anyone who's just joining in, I'm in profit protection mode thanks to BFRG. This one is moving this morning. You can see BFRG hit highs 685. It's holding the 650 level. Needs to hold that mental level. Do not close back below. And we can continue. And we're looking for $7. Set an alert up here. So you guys see how I set these alerts as well. Just like that. Now we have an alert set there. I'll set another one at 6. Major red flag spotted.
BFRG.
All right, so we've got alert set.
BFRG. 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 BFRG.
BFRG is the only stock on the scanners. The only stock on the scanners. There's no BS out there. BFRG target is $7. That's 7 cents shy of the $7 mark. If you guys are green, don't be afraid to lock in some profits, guys. I'm up over 12%. Over 12% on my lottery pick here. Over 12% here on this lottery. I've already shaved out profits. I shaved into the half dollar mental test. Took out my profit. Took out the risk. Now I'm just holding a lotto. I'll move this over like this so everyone can see very well. No other alerts being alerted right now. No other stocks being alerted. You can see BFRG, 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 BFRG all over the list. Why is that? Major red flag spot. Look at this list from 8 a.m. all the way up. So 8 a.m. BFRG $5, right? All the way from $5 to now $6.93 highs. How about that?
Vaccines after that restructuring news.
Again, these alerts are, or these scanners are designed to not give us BS alerts.
Seco, 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 Seco.
SECO making some noise. Let's see how that one's doing. SECO did not close over that 109 spot yet. As I mentioned earlier, it has to close over 109. Till it does, I'm not too concerned. Probably won't take the trade anyway. Target would be $7. BFRG. There's new high, $6.95. 5 cents shy of the $7 mark. If you guys are green, don't be afraid to shave down, take profit, guys. I'm up over 12% on the lotto. Over 12% in the trade that I took here live in voice and live in chat. Only trade I've taken so far today. If you guys are green, don't be afraid to lock in some of that profit. Very happy to say that profit protection mode is on.
SSYS, Stratasys, and Coal Plant unite technologies to transform healthcare with industrial scale bioprinting of tissues and organs. Sandy, Yankee, Sandy.
Profit protection mode is on. Guys, I'm up 12% right now. Major red flag spotted. Lock it in, guys. Lock it in. I'm up right now 12% on that lotto. It's coming down a little bit. Needs to close over $7. I do consider that a target hit, guys. It's 5 cents shy of the 7, but I would consider that a target hit. So if you're looking for the move from 6.50 to 7, I would lock in some of those profits and look for a close now over $7 to maintain bullish on this move on BFRG. Very happy to say profit protection mode is on. I'm green, and I will be using this as cushion to trade throughout the day, or I may just shut it down altogether after a trade like this. Guys, it only takes 1 or 2 good trades a day. You don't have to continue trading throughout the day. I see a lot of traders that are just trading all hours of the day. Guys, lock in the profits when you get a chance and get in, get green, get out, or get out of the way. I'm happy to say that I'm green this morning, green yesterday, and green on the month. So I'd like to lock that in. I had a good month last month as well, even though it was a slower month.
BFRG.
Nice green month on the log. And so far, first 2 days here in April are green days. So lock in that profit. There's nothing wrong with that. Get in, get green, get out, or get out of the way. I'm happy to say that I'm green on BFRG. Close over $7 is what we want to see as a mental level. $7 is the hold dollar test. This is an all-time high. If it closes over $7, we'd like to see it hold that $7. Close back below 7 would be bearish. If it can close over $7, we're looking for that level to hold and then move up to a target level of 750. Now, because it's a mental level, there's nothing saying that you have to wait for that 50-cent move. But what I like to do sometimes is shave into profit into those pops above that whole dollar test, hold myself a lotto in case it closes back over the $half test, and then grind into new highs from there.
BFRG.
There's a target hit on BFRG, 6 major red flags on BFRG.
BFRG. CRVS.
698 new highs.
BFRG. BFRG.
There's a target hit, 708 new highs.
BFRG.
I'm up 15% on my lotto, 15% on my lotto.
BFRG. BFRG. BFRG.
Foxtrot Romeo Golf.
BFRG. 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 BFRG.
You guys can see on the screen I'm grinding up.
BFRG. 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 BFRG.
New highs on low volume.
BFRG.
You guys can see it's grinding up. I'm up 18% on this lotto.
BFRG.
If you guys agree, don't be afraid to shave down and take profit.
BFRG. BFRG.
20% on the lotto.
BFRG. 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 BFRG.
So if you guys get your red flag spot, lock it in. 20% on this trade.
BFRG.
You guys can see it right there on the screen.
BFRG. BFRG.
20%.
BFRG. BFRG.
750 target hit.
BFRG.
750 target hit. How beautiful is that?
BBIV resuming.
Guys, I love it. Absolutely love it. Now, my stop is going to be up at $7. So if we close under 7, I'm going to bail.
CDLX.
So now I'm very happy to move my stop up. We can see BFRG continues to grind.
SG Echo continues to build upon largest contract to date with private infrastructure solutions client, Sandy Golf Bravo X-Ray.
Major red flag spotted. If you guys are green, don't be afraid to shave down, take some profit. Up 20% on this trade right here.
Lawsuit. That's
you guys can see right there on the screen on the live feed. You guys will see my my profit there, 19% up from this lottery pick, 20% up now. So again, if you guys are green, don't be afraid to shave down, take some profit. This is using confirmation strategy. Close above a predetermined level, then hold that level of support. Get in, get green, get out, hold yourself a lotto in case you feel there's going to be continuation. Very happy to say that this is working out very nicely for us. So guys, great job this morning. Again, this is going to be probably it for me. I'm probably going to lock in this profit here in a minute, and that'll be it for me trading on the day.
Study.
CDLX.
Only takes one trade. That's it. Only takes one.
High risk for ARDS. That's Victor Echo Romeo uniform.
So if you guys agree, don't be afraid to lock it in. Major red flag spotted. Close over 750 is what we want to see to continue this trend.
BFRG.
LAXT, LIXT.
Major red flag spot. 21%. If you guys are up, don't be afraid to shave down, take some profit. I'm up 21% right now. Coming back down a little bit, 20% now.
LB 100 and small cell lung
Great job, guys.
That's Lima India X-ray Tango.
Veru.
Great job. Locking those profits. Still holding right now on my lotto. Still holding, looking for a close over 750. We start to come under 7. I'm just going to bail altogether. I'll take the profit.
Neuronetics, this secures
Little Steve
up
Miller
to
band here. Take the money and run.
$60 million in new debt financing with SLR Capital Partners. Provides.
Very proud to say that confirmation is working out beautifully on this one.
Promissory note. That's Sandy Tango India Michael STIM.
Appreciate it, Josie. Yeah, great job, guys.
NEWT, New Tech.
Lock in those profits.
CEO updates the market on first quarter 2023 key performance indicators.
We've got a lot of team members here locking in profits, guys. Profit protection mode is on.
That's the
you guys are with me.
Whiskey Tango.
Still holding on BFRG, up
NOGN.
18% on the lotto. Again, could lock in profits. This is icing on the cake.
Veru.
VERU hitting the scanner. 64 million share float. Very little volume. It's a cheapo. Veru. VERU will not be A+. Conditions are not met for an A+ setup. Worth noting, guys, BFRG is on our new scanner that I am building. New scanner that I am building for our team.
IMAX.
BFRG, if you guys can see, it's a new A+ finder scanner. BFRG, BFRG, A+ candidate. So I have a new scanner that I'm building for our team, the A+ finder. I will have this available shortly. I'll add it to our mix of scans. But the A+ finder found me BFRG. It found us for us. $4.99. Let us know that is a major red flag spot candidate. Announced it earlier. That's a new alert that we have. So it's the only stock on that list. Those are late prints. The others were late prints. It's the only one that came after 8 a.m. If it comes at 8, it's late prints. BFRG testing highs again, 750. Still holding right now. I'm up 20%. If you guys agree, don't be afraid to lock in those profits. Hearing SECO hit highs here. Seeing a bullish vertical trend on low volume on SECO. You can see low volume, bullish vertical trend leading into that 109 level. So don't care for that much. Back to BFRG to focus in on this trade as I'm in this one right now. If you guys agree, don't be afraid to shave down, take profit.
EARM, Charisma Therapeutics.
Again, SECO, yes, it's making noise. No, it's not bullish. It needs to close over $1.10 to be considered bullish. So yes, it's making noise, but is it high quality? Are we going to take that? Well, I'm not going to take it. I'll let it go with that. It's got to close over $1.10, then hold that level as support. BFRG is coming back down. I may sell out of my position here, lock in those profits. Major red flag spotted.
That's CARM. GNSS, Genesis.
Starts come under 7. I will bail on the trade on BFRG. So I'm still in this one, still holding a lotto.
That's Golf November Sandy.
Nope. Let's see. No close over 750 yet on BFRG. So we're still looking for a close over 750 or a close back under 7. If it closes under 7, I'm just going to bail.
NOGN.
It is, let's see, 8:35 a.m. Eastern time. Profit protection mode is on, nice and early. It's been a good week, guys. It's been a good week. Yesterday was really nice and hot during regular market session as well. I think it's a good sign of what's to come. BFRG is offering a beautiful move this morning, and if you guys notice on BFRG, this close over and close over the 6. You know what that was? That was an A+ setup. We had an A+ setup on BFRG. Now, how do we know that's an A+ setup? Well, there was no major reds beforehand. We had the volume requirements met. We had a predetermined level of 581, and we major had red flag spots all the way up to 650 and higher. So very happy to say that we have a A+ setup this morning on BFRG, and I'm happy to say I took full advantage of that as well. Testing that $7 mark, needs to hold 7. Close below 7, I will bail on this trade. So holding BFRG. May sell here if we come under 7. Has not closed under 7 yet. 3 seconds left on that candle. I've got another minute here. So watching BFRG start to come under $7 here. So it looks like I may be selling if we close under 7. Now I could just sell here to lock in profits. But I could have done that before too. So I'm just letting it glide here. I'm going to use each level it closes over as the level to basically move up my mental stop. So BFRG has to hold $7. Target would be $7.50 if anyone's in from that level. I've already taken my profit out. Close over $7.50 is what we want to see to maintain bullish on BFRG. Major red flag spotted. High of day, sure enough, was $7.49. As I mentioned, half and whole dollar levels. And sure enough, $7.49 target hit.
BFRG.
BFRG making some noise at the $7 level. Needs to hold above 7. Close below 7. I will bail.
Seco.
Nice to get a 20% trade on a Tuesday, right, guys? Nice to get a 20% trade on a Tuesday. And if anyone got in at 583, well, you got a little bit more icing on the cake than I did. But there is nothing wrong with a 20% trade on a Tuesday, all before 9 a.m. I'll take that profit.
Veru. Seco.
20 seconds left on this candle and BFRG watching for the close. Close under 7. I will Major bail. Red flag spotted. Can always get back in. Closing here in 15 seconds on BFRG.
Veru.
Closing in 5 seconds.
CDLX. Seco.
Closed under. I'm all out, guys. That's it for me. I'm going to take the profit. I'm all out of BFRG, and I'm proud to say profit protection mode is on.
Seco. 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 Seco.
All out, guys.
Seco.
All out of my trade on BFRG.
Seco.
Seco's starting to get some noise here. Let's see what SECO is doing. SECO needs to close over $1.09. So yes, it's getting some volume, but no, it's not over that 109 spot.
Seco.
SECO getting volume. You can see very high volume rolling into SECO. Needs to close over 109.
BFRG. Seco.
BFRG at this point has to close over 750.
NFT gaming company, ticker NFTG, says it expects to begin launching its proprietary games on Android and iOS by the first half of 2023.
Major red flag spot.
BFRG. 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 BFRG.
Major red flag spot. $7 again.
BFRG.
Close at 7. New highs on low volume. Close over 750 though.
BFRG.
Needs to close over 750 to be considered. BFRG needs to close over 750 to be considered. That was PHAT fat on the scanner for low volume. Very low volume. BFRG needs to close over 750 to maintain bullish. So guys, this BFRG move, everyone should be well aware of this level and well prepared for this level. And the reason for it is because I added a new channel into our Discord labeled the BB Key Level channel. You guys can see that right in chat. That was the alert from yesterday at 4 p.m. So yesterday around 4 p.m. was the alert on BFRG, letting you know that the key level was $5.83 and $6. Guys, this was the same as BBAI yesterday. Mentioned yesterday, BBAI was worth watching over the 263. I said that early in the morning, 6:30 in the morning yesterday. It presented itself. I took that trade, and it gave us a beautiful move. Now, from 263, BBAI is still at 317. So be sure to check out that new channel, guys. I'm adding those ideas every single day to help you guys out, so everyone knows and is well aware of what levels that I'm watching and what levels I care to possibly trade. So if you want to compare levels, and if you want to basically track the levels that I'm tracking and set your alerts around those levels and possibly trade them, then keep an eye on the BB Key Levels channel. This one was added. This idea was added yesterday. BFRG, this close over $5.83 and $6 was added yesterday. Not this morning. That was yesterday. But this morning we did go over it live right here in voice, live right here in chat. I took the trade. I showed you guys where I was getting in. I showed the chart. So
USEG.
there's a lot of reasons why this one should be up and why you could possibly take trades
BFRG.
on BFRG. Now, preparation is key when day trading, and so I was very well prepared, and we saw ourselves the setup that we're looking for, and it was an A-plus setup. A-plus setup worked out on BFRG. So yesterday was an A-plus setup on BBAI.
Seco.
Today was an
Seco.
A-plus setup on
Seco.
BFRG, and I'm proud to say profit protection mode is on for both yesterday and today and for the week. Very proud to say that. So stick to the strategy that's making you money. For me, that's confirmation trading. And I try to educate everyone here in chat and in our Discord every single day on what I'm looking for, why I'm looking at that level, why I'm looking to possibly trade it, why I'm not trading it. I try to educate everyone exactly my thought process, and hopefully that helps everyone else in their own thought process as well. But very proud to say profit protection mode is on. I may not trade anymore this morning, guys. I may not take any more trades because I don't want to give it back now. I could, of course, take some of the profits and use it as a cushion and just use it as my trades throughout the day. But it only takes a couple good trades. That was an A-plus setup. I was happy to say that I took a nice trade on it, and I'm happy to say that I am green and profit protection mode is on. So there's no reason for me to continue to be trading aggressive, although I could use that as a cushion and do so. So it really depends. And this is what I love, guys. I love getting my cushion early pre-market morning. That way I can have that cushion and really dictate and decide if I want to take trades throughout the day or not. And if I don't, I don't. Shutting it down is part of discipline, guys. If you can get in, get green, and get out and shut it down, then you're going to lock in those profits and you're not going to give it back. And the market is designed to take back those profits. So make sure you lock in your profits when you see fit. Let your runners run into target areas.
NOGN.
And that's the other thing too. If you're struggling with, I hear traders all the time say, I cut my winners too early. I cut my winners too early, and I cut my losses too late. Well, get in the habit of trading around these key levels, and if you can do that, then you're looking at another predetermined key level above as a predetermined resistance. So before I get into the trade, I'm very well aware of what level I want to get in and what level I want to get out. So the plan is there. There's no guesswork there. So once I get in my trade, I know where I want to get out of that trade. Now, if we start to see something like a bullish vertical trend or something along those lines where the conditions start to be a little on the wonky side, well, there's no scanner alert in locking some of those profits. Let's see. Halt scanner, KAL. Major red flag spot. KAL halted.
BFRG.
BFRG now hitting that 750 level again. So it closed over 7, offering scalps over $7 if you're taking that. Lock in those profits. No position for myself at this time. I'm all out. Profit protection mode is on.
Announces central IRB approval of the phase 2 study.
No position for myself this time. I'd like to see BFRG has to close over 750 half-dollar level, and it will not be a plus because that is not a major weighted level. That is a mental half-dollar level. High of day is 749.
CDLX.
Close over is what we want to see to maintain bullish if we're going to continue. So the theory behind that, guys, is if you think it's going to $8 or you think it's going to $8.50 or $9,
NOGN.
well, doesn't it have to close over 750 first? So that's confirmation trading. That's the theory behind it. If we're looking for continuation, if we're looking for bullish momentum, then doesn't it have to close over a resistance first? So if so, why would I get in before that resistance? There's no sense in doing that because if we meet that resistance and then just knife down from there, I'll feel pretty stupid about it, right? So I'm happy to trade the confirmation strategy, which looks for a close over a predetermined level to then use that level as support. If we close back below that support level, then I can look at that as a bearish signal and bail on my trade. So again, predetermined levels are helping me, aiding me in entry and exit every single day. BFRG was a beautiful trade. Got in the close over 6, and right now we're at $7. If you guys are in that one, don't be afraid to shave down and lock in some of those profits. I'm already all out of that position and very happy to say
Seco.
profit protection mode is on. SECO is a noisy cheapo. SECO has to close over 109.
CDLX.
Multiple major reds on that chart. So yes, it's making some noise. Yes, it's getting some volume. And yes, it has liquidity to possibly take trades. But no, it's not high quality. And why is that? Because it's a cheapo.
Seco.
And it's
Seco.
got a resistance
Seco.
at 109.
Seco.
So close over 109 and 110 is worth watching. But no,
Seco.
it is not
Seco.
high quality.
Seco. Seco. Seco.
No position for myself at this time.
Seco.
Profits are locked in.
Seco. 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 Seco.
SECO getting a
Seco.
lot of volume, over
Seco.
100,000 shares, meeting into that
NOGN.
109, 110 resistance. That's SECO. Little cheapo moving here. I won't take that trade at this point. I could
CDLX.
take a risk it for the biscuit lotto, but I think I'll just let it go without me. If it closes over $1.10, it's worth watching. Does have a decent gap. But no position for myself on SECO. No trades yet on that one today. Only trades I've taken so far were on BFRG. A couple of these are on watch. Right now I'm watching BBAI, SECO, BFRG, and GFAI. Excuse me. GFAI has to get all the way back up to 2108 for me to start watching. I've got alerts on that one.
KAL, shares were halted for news.
So guys, I don't waste time watching these charts. I mark the chart. I measure the gaps where I think is going to be most attractive, and I set alerts to notify me when we're approaching the gap. And that's a major key tip right there.
BFRG.
Set alerts before the gaps so that way you are prepared once that gap meets. Because there's nothing worse than getting an alert right when it hits our level and then you just start scrambling trying to find what size you want to take. Is there any major reds? How's the conditions leading into? So for me, to avoid that whole mess,
BFRG.
I try to set alerts before that key level. So on for instance, BBAI, I've got a level at 340, 348, and 350. So I've got alerts to start notifying me around 335, 340. So once it starts meeting that level, I'll start being notified, and then I can pull up the chart and then see if it meets the other requirements for me to take the trade or not. If it doesn't, no big deal. And if it does, well, I can take the trade, and I'll be prepared, and I'll know and have time to really weigh out. Major red flag spotted. Major red flag spotted is BFRG. It's showing a bullish
BFRG.
vertical trend.
BFRG. BFRG.
Which does not seem whole accurate. But it's notifying us just in case. Needs to stay above $7. No position for myself at this time. Profit protection mode is on thanks to BFRG. Closed over $6. All out of my position. If it closed over 750, it's worth watching. Until then, it just closed back under 7, so bearish. So really, I'm not really bearish on BFRG. I'm not really bullish on it either. I'm kind of in the middle of the gap, which I don't trade the middle of the gap. So BFRG has to close over 750 to be considered bullish. So you can set your alerts around 740, 745, 750. Once it gets over 750 paired with volume, it is worth watching. But no, it won't be A+. And why? Because that's a mental level, the $half test of 750. So
Seco.
I don't want to get overly aggressive at those mental levels, especially a $half one. So keep that in mind. Major
NOGN.
red flag spotted. Major red
NOGN.
flag spotted. That's on BFRG.
Seco.
Which that major red flag
Seco.
Alert just now was not. It's not accurate. So that one,
Seco.
disregard that alert, guys. SECO is ticking back into the 109 and 110 resistance. Needs to close over
Seco.
110 and 109. No position for myself at this time.
Seco. 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 Seco.
Major red flag spotted.
BFRG. Seco. 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 BFRG.
That's the news on that one, Joe. I'm not sure if it was shared or not yet. I just saw it. That's on that NFTG. NFT gaming. We're gonna get back into NFTs again. Be wild, right? Start trading. What was it? TCAT and I forget what the other ones were. TCAT and I can't remember. Yeah, there's one. WKEY. That's right, Joe. Yeah, taking us back, man. It's like a
BFRG.
Major red flag spotted. About a year ago or so, right? Probably maybe a year ago, maybe a couple years ago.
BFRG. BFRG.
BFRG is testing 7. I want to see it over 750.
BFRG.
Until it gets over 750, I'm not concerned.
BFRG.
Joe, do you have the flow on that one, NFTG? Not seeing the flow on TradingView. Let me double check what trade ideas. Is it on TradingView? I'm not sure. Maybe I missed it. 9 million float? Nice. Appreciate it, Joe. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like when they don't have them. It makes me a little bit hesitant to trade it because I want it to be basically I wanted to hit everyone's scanners. I want everyone's scanners to be going off. Yeah, it's not showing it on Trade Ideas and it's not showing it on TradingView, which is really weird. So I might have to leave that one alone, to be honest with you. Not sure how accurate it is. It's got a nice looking chart though, actually. I'm going to market it like it's CDLX. A low float, Joe, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how accurate that is, to be honest with you. But I'm going to market it like it's a low float.
President says there is
hopefully it holds up to these levels, but if it's a larger float, then typically the levels will not hold up as well.
Finland's most significant contribution to NATO's common deterrence and defense,
of course, compare your levels to mine.
And defending our own territory.
So marking that one, NFTG.
That the work for Sweden's early NATO membership continues relentlessly.
Yeah, of course, Joe. Yeah, anytime. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to mark it like a low float. So you might want to just compare the levels. It might not, might not be accurate. The problem is if it's a little screwy on the float, it might be a little less responsive to our levels. The problem is with the higher floats, if it's ever a higher float, which I'm not saying it is, but if it's ever a higher float, that they're so manipulated BFRG. By market makers and brokers and all that. So that's kind of my concern there.
GFAI.
I got a resistance. I've got a little cluster of resistance above on that one, Joe. I'm going to get my chart in now.
Benzinger market update. The S&P.
It's got to get over 251.
The Dow futures
looks
up
like
23.
251.
NASDAQ is up 33. Crude is up 73 cents at $81.15.
Let's see.
Natural gas up 3 cents at $2.12. Gold is down 20 cents at $2,000.20. Bitcoin futures up 170 at 28,000.
BFRG
345. Redbook.
What is it? NF. Just want to put this in there.
U.S. retail sales for the first 5 weeks of March plus 3.1% versus a year ago, plus 3.7%.
Just want to put that in there as well. Trade Ideas and TradingView are not showing the flow for that one. So yeah, it is moving. It is worth watching. It's not a bad looking chart either. Let me measure that move above.
BFRG. CXAI.
New highs on low volume. Gap on that one. Joe, if it gets over that 250. Major red flag spot. Put it in the other channel. It's got a major red on it now as well, Joe. So if it gets over 251, I'm just going to put it's not A plus, really, because I can't find the flow. It would be a whole lot better if the flow was all over the place. But and not to say it's not the float's not accurate, but the only issue I have is that what I want is Trade Ideas scanners to be picking it up. So the fact that it doesn't have the float on there, a lot of scans are not going to pick that one up. So I want it to be main focus.
BFRG.
Really?
Seco. BFRG. BFRG. Seco, BFRG.
Yeah, BFRG needs to close over 750 at this point. I'm all out of my position. I'm profit protection mode thanks to BFRG.
SABR, Virgin Atlantic.
No more
renews
positions for me at this
long-term global
time.
Distribution agreement with Sabre.
Major red flag spotted.
Sydney Alpha Bravo Romeo.
No positions for myself at this time. It is 8:57 a.m. Eastern time, guys. We got a couple minutes until 9 a.m. Hopefully we get some breaking news at 9. But we have had a very nice pre-market session. BFRG offered very nice moves so far this morning. SECO offered cheapo moves if you're looking for that. And BBAI, small, low volume grind so far today. The only stock I've traded was BFRG. No position for myself at this time. Watching BBAI kind of tick up here in very low volume. It's going to have to get over 348. Struggling to do so. We've got 2 minutes until 9 a.m. 2 minutes. No position for myself at this time. BFRG volume is pretty low right now. Very low volume. You can see it on the scanner as a red alert showing that it's low volume. Guys, if you get a chance, take a look at the scanners. Take a look at the high of day plus volume scanner. Look at this. Just scroll on down. Look at this. BFRG from 8 o'clock, $5. From $5 all the way up to $7.47. That's $2.50 per share. $2.50 per share from those original alerts. CDLX is testing a resistance level. That's CDLX testing a resistance on very little volume.
CDLX
just hit a target, which is 437. I want to see it close over 462. So you can see that it's grinding here, but it's doing it on very little volume. No position for myself at this time. Number one rule for myself, no volume, no trade. That's my number one rule. It's a personal rule. It's not one that applies to everyone, but if you're trading with large size, then I would recommend looking for volume. If you don't have the volume, you don't have the liquidity. CDLX new high here, 442. 442 new high on CDLX. No position for myself this time, showing low volume. Needs to close over 437 to maintain bullish. For me, I want to see it over 462. Target would be 450. Of course, that'd be resistance. Major red flag spotted. No position for myself at this time.
CSSE.
It's 9 a.m.
Arthur J. Gallagher acquires Quality First Insurance, Alpha Juliet Golf.
9 a.m. is here, watching for breaking news.
CDLX.
PHG, Philips, and Northwell Health partner to standardize and future-proof
CDLX.
of course, the enterprise. That's Papa Hotel Golf.
CDLX. CDLX.
New highs 448. Targets 450. If anyone's in that one, no position for myself at this time. 437 is the support level. Closed above 437. Now high 449. That's 1 penny shy of the $0.50 test on CDLX. Getting some volume here. 50,000 shares. CDLX. Hitting target here. That's CDLX hitting the target. 462 is the target above. 450 just hit. That's on CDLX. New highs on CDLX. No current positions for myself at this time. Needs to hold that 437. It's a smaller time frame level. And so therefore, I don't want to be overly aggressive around that level. Of course, the $half test is 450. Close over 462 is worth watching. It's not A+, and the reason for it is because we have a cluster of resistance here. Now, does not mean it will continue, but the gap from the 462 to 477 is about 3%. So it's not like it's a huge gap, right? And this is what I'm talking about.
CDLX.
Mark those levels. Know the gaps are going to be more favorable to you as the trader,
EYPL,
and
PayPal
focus
added
on
new
trading
features
those
to its
gaps.
complete payment
That's what I do
solution
here.
for
I'm a
online
gap trader.
Small business.
Seco.
Bullish momentum and gap trader.
Lima.
Pretty much what I am.
Seco. Seco.
SECO, making some noise, has to get over that
CDLX.
109.
Seco. Seco. Seco.
We had an
Seco.
A+ setup, guys. We had an A+ setup on BFRG this morning. That's an A+
EXPE,
setup.
Seco.
Yesterday we had an
Seco.
A+ setup on BBAI. Today we have one on
Conversational trade planning
BFRG.
powered by
These are the two stocks I've
ChatGPT.
traded so far.
That's Echo X-Ray, Papa
Both
Echo,
high quality
EXPE.
trades. Focusing in on high quality alerts
Seco.
and high quality trades here.
Seco.
SECO
Seco.
has to close over
Seco.
109 and
CDLX.
110 to be considered bullish. Even that will be a cheapo, will not be an A+
CDLX.
setup.
Seco.
CDLX has to get over 462. Gotta mark my SPY and Tesla. Just give me 1 minute, guys. So I'm going to take my eyes off these low floats for a minute.
CSSE.
Mark
Chicken
up
Soup
some
for the
of
Soul,
these,
launching advertising sales platform Crackle Connex. Charlie Sandy
names.
Sandy Echo.
BFRG. BFRG.
It's been a while since I've been able to say that we've had two A+ setups in the same week, guys.
SOPH, Tel Aviv.
It's been a while
Swarovski
since I've been
Medical
able to
Center,
say that to you guys,
Sophia
but we've had
TVMTM,
two major
BFRG.
red flags spot this week,
Genetics. That's Sandy Oscar Papa Hotel.
which is awesome. All right, marking SPY. SPY is now marked and updated. Sending this out to our options team. SPY is marked and updated. Feel free to compare your levels to mine on SPY. Get levels out. Now I'm going to mark up Tesla, TSLA. Get these levels out to our options team as well. Tesla had a red day yesterday. All right, levels are marked out.
BFRG.
Marked up on Tesla, if I could talk. So Tesla levels are marked. Going to get this out in just a minute to our options team. All right, ticker TSL. Major
BFRG.
red flag spot in our
BFRG.
options channel. If you guys want to check that out, feel free.
BFRG. BFRG.
Sounds like BFRG is ticking back up into the
BFRG.
$half mark.
BFRG.
Close over 750 is worth watching.
BFRG.
Will not be an A+ setup due to
BFRG.
that being a mental level. That's
BFRG.
BFRG.
Protection.
BFRG.
That's Kilo Alpha.
BFRG. BFRG. BFRG.
No position for myself this time. BFRG's back at that
BFRG.
750 level, getting some volume here, over 100,000 shares
BFRG.
on this candle. 15 seconds left on that candle.
C3AI, Kerrisdale
That's ticker
Capital says we
BFRG.
sent the letter to C3AI's auditor to Deloitte, the audit committee, and the
BFRG.
SEC documenting serious accounting issues.
BFRG.
That's Alpha India.
BFRG testing 750. Close over 750. I'm
That's
seeing a
from
bullish
Kerrisdale
vertical trend.
Capital.
Pull this over so you guys can see as well. So you guys can see right there on the scanners. This was the move. This is where we traded it. Closed over the 583 and $6. And we're now hitting highs with a bullish
There's
vertical
a,
trend.
C3AI. Now at 33.
It's my pleasure, Bo.
Pulling back here a bit.
Appreciate it. So this is the chart on BFRG, guys. So the close over the 583 and $6 needs to hold that level. You can see it did hold that level. Now we're using half and whole dollar.
Major red flag spotted.
If you guys want to check it out, we've got a new channel called the BB Key Levels channel.
OCUP. Seco.
Just want to verify everyone can hear me. I know I might have some issues not being able to be heard. Appreciate it, Joe. Thank you. So we're good to go. Yeah, unfortunately, Bag, it looks like it's on your end. Thank you, Bo. Appreciate it, guys.
AI shares now at 33.52, down 32 cents on that, 35 cents on that tweet from Carisdale, Alpha India.
Seco.
Bo. Crispy.
Seco.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Well, I tell you, it feels crispy, doesn't it? Yeah, I had to
Major red flag spotted.
I know Bag can't hear me right now. I had to delete. If anyone has any issues with Discord, I had to delete the app yesterday and re-download it, and it seemed to fix it. I don't know why it was being like that. It was being wonky. Wouldn't let me sign in on the phone. BFRG has to close over the 750 level. Has not done so yet. Close over 750 is what we want to see. Let me pull this off the screen so you guys can see the scanners. I'm going to get our option scanners up now as well. Just give me one sec. Still working on alerts this week, guys. I have new alerts that are being implemented into our group where there are more voice alerts. So I'll let you guys know if I make any changes and what the changes are. Ticker SPY, new lows. SPY, new lows, is that right? Let me see. Let's double check on that. That was on late prints, guys. That was on late prints. So disregard that alert. That was on late prints, looks like.
Major red flag spotted.
It looks like late prints or something. That was weird. Really weird, right, Bo? That's tough too, because if you have like I have a couple indicators that'll just plot the pre-market highs and lows, and like you said, but like we said before in this conversation, it's that wick right there would now be the pre-market low, which I don't think that's really the pre-market low, to be honest, but I think that unfortunately, if you have an indicator that just plots the pre-market high and pre-market low, it's gonna make it a little weird. So you might want to mark that one manually. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I saw too.
NOGN.
So guys, for anyone who's listening in on YouTube, I appreciate you guys and your time. I'm going to shut this down. Just want to give a little insight and a little, indication and picture of how I trade, how we go about our pre-market session,
BFRG,
and how I trade off of these
major
scanners,
red flag spotted.
So I don't trade off the scanners blind.
BFRG.
This is not, tradable alerts, in my opinion. This is education. I want to educate everyone on what I'm doing, my thought process, and hopefully that helps others. But I appreciate everyone joining this morning. But I am going to shut down the YouTube stream. So I mentioned some levels here in voice. Hopefully you guys wrote those down and look for those levels to possibly get over today. But those are the scanners. They're not very noisy, as you can tell. There's not a whole lot of BS alerts, which is very, very important. So a lot of new traders will come in and they'll say, man, Bob, your scanners are so boring. Or they'll just be like, there's no alerts there. Or they'll say, what about this stock? What about that stock? We focus in on very specific alerts, very high quality specific alerts. We're not trying, just because a stock has volume does not mean I can trade it. It has to fit other conditions and criteria first to be able to trade it. But I'm going to shut down the stream, guys. I appreciate you joining here on YouTube. And if you guys want to join in, there's a link for the Discord below, or reach out anytime, and I'll see you guys.
BFRG.